Barati.
The belly of the great eel roars with hunger. Will you help Barati to calm it?
I've dealt with the killer.
With joy, not hunger,
With
does the
Scylla.
great eel lash its mighty tail. Dachila has sated the beast for now. The jaws of Tangaloa gnash about a Rowatine captain named Outtro. His cannon fire echoes in the ears of slumbering gods. The beast cries out for a more restful Deadfire. Eora, you chose wisely. Outtro sails the junk Stone Anchor, south of the Kua Orikuhu island chain due east of Nekitaka. The gods will thank you for quieter seas.
Cleans his head and touches his brow. Should be. Should be. All level. Should be. You come upon a busy city square. Good. What have I done now? The cool waters of Nekitaka town well serve poor and rich alike. Yet those who gather at them share certain unmistakable features. Tired in a visage, yokes borne across labour backs and tattered Rapura rags. Whether for themselves or their masters, each waits in a long line to claim a bucket full of fresh water. Speak to the locals. The Rapura, long accustomed to ignoring their superiors, pay you little mind, only belatedly realising that you address them. One of them, an older woman, blinks dark eyes at you. Eora, it's me, yeah. It's me. I've always been hearing stories of you, so everything is good. Excellent. I said that you're a decent person. I do try to be. A younger man chimes in, not like so many of the foreign sort. Everybody's happy as well. Happy chappy. Oh, what the hell is that sludge? With a growing cascade of murmurs, the crowd unravels between you and a now bubbling wellhead. A black liquid splatters from between the stones of the well, and someone is in the crowd screaming. A muckman from Pura Castle steps forward. His boots seem more slosh than leather, but his plungers so long he'd fit it with any formation of pikemen. Ah, okay. You're a plumber, alright. He raises a hand to the curdling crowd. Be at ease, Eora, for what do you flee? I always am cleaning this. He blinks at the undulating formless of an ooze bubbling up from the well. He steps back, shaking. Oh, that means you. Stand your ground. Intimidate. I don't know what. Go, I'll take care of this. The Eora drops his plunger and bolts, ungearing on shoddy boots. You turn to see a second thick ooze burst out of the well, shedding the well's yolk and scattering the pit stones. Ooh, I could freeze them. So, to be citizens, I'll protect you. So I take it if I freeze them, then I'm going to assume if I freeze them, I'll fight less of them. But I want to get the resolve. Yeah, mate, yeah, mate. The Mookman and the crowd swarm you for safety. The shape of the mob, gelatinous as it fills in behind you. Behind you, the ooze ripples in the fight, each small creature falling free like a rotting grape from the branch. They roll towards you, collecting dirt as the crowd gasps and backs away. You ready yourself. That was just all about them being the resolve day. So I don't need that, so I've got 19 of that, and I've got diplomacy as well, so I've got a lot of stuff. Now we're going to see what this combat's like. So it's me, Maya, Elof, Itzel. So I don't want to engage just yet. I do, but I don't. I can't. Where are you? Be able to kill that one, no problem. Right on the wrong side. Alright. Ah, so that tells you who's fighting next. Cool. So definitely want you next then.
You shan't walk away from this one.
don't know why it's not telling me how far I can go. Oh, well, it hits though. That's a nice tank, that as well. Like, that really does a lot of damage.
Yes. Break upon the wheel.
Okay, I actually quite like that. I'm not gonna lie.
On it.
Everybody kinda died, which I didn't like, but
You've got principles for someone who...
I do try.
And you have the principles of someone who guards warmongers. That is to say.
What I find funny is these
none.
two hate each other, yet they seem quite well bonded to each other, if you know what I mean. Kind of hilarious. Okay, so let's go back and save it as well. Oh. The fetid, vegetative smell of decay alerts you of the swamp before you stumble upon it. Extends far into the distance, overgrown with ancient trees and vines. Solid patches of ground are few and far between. Crossing the morass will likely demand many miles of arduous travel. I definitely have athletics. I don't think everybody's got that, but I can certainly do it. With patience and some careful manoeuvring, you manage to keep yourself and others out of the stinking morass and on dry ground. And why is she successful? You come upon a particularly boggy stretch surrounded by dense trees with not a single patch of dry ground in sight. With no way of forward but through, you forge ahead onto the bog. You're startled by a chorus of moaning voices. You spin around searching the source, but the moans seem to come from every direction at once. Through the trees you spot a narrow deer trail. You may be able to get free of the bog that way, but there's no telling where it leads. With some quick thinking and a good guide sense, Maya leads you safely to the path. You pause to catch your breath, but before forging on, you don't have long to rest. The moaning grows louder and closer. I think if I didn't have that, I would probably be in battle. I am in battle, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is the thing. See, I'm not in stealth anymore. Haha. Okay, so I could scout ahead and figure out where everything is. Come back then? Oh, I'm stuck, am I? Oh, take that, mate. So I faced these before. They are a pain in the ass, them. Yeah, they're both just slowed. See what that is. We will defend against you.
Death take you.
Now we have faced these ones before and they're quite deadly. And they do have a large explosion radius, if I remember. So.
Did I do that?
Oh?
Always. Yeah, it's like I say, it is slower, but I actually do prefer it. And I've got a level as well.
Keeping quiet. Huh?
A lush narrow valley lies before you. You spot an overgrown stone structure built into the valley side in the distance. Before the stone structure spreads, a broad field peppered with ancient cliffs and mounds of cracked stonework. As you move closer, you discover that the stone structure is actually the entrance to a crypt. Though the doorway is thick in mud and as damp as sweat, slick skin, you continue down into the dark. Into the tunnel.
Lava beyond seek.
You have to push her away.
Let's go. How may I help?
No mercy.
Oh,
How may I help?
They'll fall by my hand.
alright. Well, you got annihilated. She'll probably die the next time around. Okay, let's go, lad. Subterranean, after transpassing through. After trapezing through a barren desert for 7 hours, it didn't look like a desert to me, you came upon a Gulfaryc ruin in the centre of the clearing. As you near, you realise the door is to the ruin's entrance and is emblazoned with the broken crown of Boudica. The door swings open as you approach, and you immediately feel an oppressive presence butting against your mind. Test your metal defences, searching for a gap to exploit. Then, just as quickly as it's arrived, it's gone. Okay. Looks comforting. What I've got for sword.
A question, Watcher?
Yes.
Break upon the wheel.
Yeah.
At once.
Oh, trap triggered. Oh, that's great.
I'm listening.
Fire. Oh, that's not good. Alright, I'm gonna have to stop that. Gotta stop that. Doesn't interrupt. I have to kill you. I won't be able to do that.
Death! Madiko! I need to try something else. Death to those who oppose the Republics!
He is going to hit. I should be able to interrupt with her.
Yes?
I have to get you as well. Cost an action to swap over. Yes, it does.
We are losing allies.
Yeah, we are. As damage as I thought there. That's fine. Get you back up. Can, but I can't do that anymore. Ooh, right.
I am ready.
Nick Blanca. Really? That was easier than I thought, but also quite nasty.
Still as a pond.
She gets her stuff back, so I'm happy with that.
I've got it.
Ooh. The new year is come. The time for reflection, beginning and endings. Here I am, aged man of 60 years, retired from the service of the Steel Garret. Gulfaric's journal. The new year is come. The time for reflection, beginning and endings. Here I am, an aged man of 60 years, retired from the services of the Steel Garret. I have no family of to which to speak. No tethers bind me to this life, but those that bind me to my brothers in the order. In the tradition of a new year, I wonder, will I spend my twilight years in swift decline, waiting only to feel the pallid night's touch upon my cheek? No. For decades, veterans of the Garret have traded tales of the legendary mace said to be blessed by Whittaker herself. What I would give to behold but one thing touch my hands of the exalted queen. I will embark on my final quest. I will gather my brothers, find the mace, and with it, a pride that will boil me to the end. So be it. Okay, well, I don't know if that's whether that's the start or that's the finish. Don't know. The long we have journeyed, my brothers and I begin to wonder now if this was a fool's errand, an old man's last grasp at the glory of boyhood tales. We left a deer in good spirits and a boat bound for Deadfire. Our good cheer has fled, yet still we are on this cursed boat. Were the legends a lie? Could an old soldier to chew fodder for talk of remember when and the good old days? I awaken at night thinking I have heard the sound of Worm's family drunken stumble into the barracks, but it is only the groan of the ship or a deck door swung open and slamming in the wind. I miss the comforts of Garrett's lair, a roaming fire, strong beer, a tale or two among friends. Will I ever know those comforts again? The tide has turned in our favour. Urvic muscled a tip from Scottish fishermen in port. There is an ancient shrine on a nearby island, the boy said, and none from his town will venture within 100 yards of it. Expecting little more than a benighted ruin, we dropped anchor just off the coast and rowed ashore. And what should we find but a shrine dedicated to the queen that was, and our mace of a legend. The mace itself is exquisite, a marvel of craftsmanship. It will look magnificent above the mantle in the Garrick's hideaway. Ah, how my eyes burn to imagine the tales that will tell of us. We have decided to rest here for the night, a feast on our remaining hardtack and jerky. Tomorrow, we begin our journey home. Surely Whittaker herself guides our path. Well, not anymore. I cannot remember the last time I have slept so well. Not on the boat, not in the barracks, not even in my own bed as a boy. Perhaps it is the presence of the shrine that soothes me. Indeed, these past few hours I have known only the peace a man might find in communion with his God. My brothers and I decided to remain here for another night. We are old and we are weary, and we all find comfort in the presence of the exiled queen. It's a safe space. Certainly we will find no trouble here. I don't want to be that person, but yeah, you found trouble, alright. You found trouble.
I've got it.
The statue of Whittaker bears an exquisite mace in its hands. A presence in the mace reaches out to touch your mind, the presence you first encountered when you entered the ruins. Examine the mace. The mace layer's wrapped hilt is curiously untouched by age. Its head is fashioned from a dark metal and radiates a cruel, biting cold. Examine the statue. The statue stone is dappled with rot and riven with age. It must have been placed here long ago. Grab the mace. You find the mace painfully cold to your touch. The presence inhabited its probe at the edges of your mind, searching for cast in your mental defences. Close off your mind. You dedicate all your concentration on blocking the mace's efforts to get its hook into your mind. You crush what remains of the mace's will and lift it from the statue. A flutter of motion passes from the mace into you. Despair. Well. Despair, eh? Mace? Oh, here we go. Magistrate's Cudgel, one-handed, soulbound. Ooh. Wow. Cipher, fighter, and a monk.
What for, Cap?
Yeah.
Fare thee well, cog swabber.
Cause that
What can I do you for?
That must hurt.
Oh, please die. You're taking forever, sir.
See me too.
My word. Nasty, nasty fella, that guy. Alright. Light of the Dawn Star. It's gonna be fun. The fire folk. Alright. I can get some
Only takes a finger to blow her away.
Oh, again. What the hell is that ability? Right, I've got them, so I think I'm gonna put I'm gonna have to put them onto the look at now because that looks like a rifle. That looks like a blunderbuss. You know, a lot of fire stuff again. Alright. Priests as well. We want the priest first then, and ciphers. Any a cipher. Any a cipher.
Need something?
Oh, paladins.
How could I miss that?
Wow, that was nasty, that one. Heavy armor again, so. Yeah. Wow, wee wah. Ain't got ass kicked. Perform 5 disengagement attacks or deal 750 damage. Well, I think I'll be doing 750 damage. Methinks. Lagoon, eh? Another lagoon. Ship crests a high wave before plunging into the next throw. Shuddering down its length, clinging to the rail, Edagon shouts orders from the aft castle as water rushes across the deck. Where points to rough sea, something ahead in the water. A massive pale grey form appears briefly in the water ahead of you, disappearing with a flash and a fat fin tail. What an adra name is that? Identify it? Oh, you've got 2. Yeah. Tailed. Oh, you got survival. Shit. Let the creature pass in peace. I'm not sure that's an option, Captain. As if in queue, the beast explodes from among the waves. Its 3 massive tusks stabbing forward as it lands into the side of the ship. The husks tear into the rigging and mainsail, while the thicker, lower tusks rip through the side of the ship. They barely managed to avoid being impaled by one of the protruding tusks. Constantly hurls bolts of magic at the beast, scoring its flesh. But it continues to thrash, tearing apart the deck with its tusks, biting into the hull with its wooden maw. Great, hate it, Eora. Throw an explosive. Are you insane? Explodes. More damage. Yep. The whale tusks remain lodged in the ship and its blood slickens the deck, but Cam again falls over the Deadfire. The crew gather, quiet, clapping one another on the back before beginning harvesting the beast. Well, I don't know about that. I think we got our ass kicked. A horn. Yeah, that didn't go as planned, that one.